What's up, guys, and welcome back to Kukup Entertainment. So, there's something going on online, and it is that the South Africa Human Rights Commission they have released this media advisory, whereby they are reminding the public and stakeholders, about who is entitled to healthcare access in South Africa. And they released this media letter, which is actually dated to July 2025. So, in this letter, the South Africa Human Rights Commission they were quoting the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, which was this section was written in 1996, where they were saying, it's clearly stating that everyone has a right to have access to healthcare services, including reproductive health care. So this is the part that they've quoted. So they are saying, this constitutional provision means that everyone in South Africa, regardless of nationality, legal status, race, gender, etc., they are entitled to access basic healthcare services. So you know what? By literally everyone, the Human Rights Commission are saying this includes, South African citizens, refugees and asylum seekers, documented and undocumented migrants, stateless persons, people in detention, vulnerable people, that's what they are saying through this word, which says everyone has a right. So that's the part of the Constitution that they have quoted, and they're saying no one should be denied the healthcare services. And this is a message being sent to the public and all stakeholders out there. So the big part, is that why are these guys releasing this letter? So this is in response to what Operation Dudulla has been doing out there. Of in the past few days, Operation Dudulla has been going to clinics and has been turning away foreign nationals from accessing healthcare because Operation Dudulla was saying you don't have the documents to be in South Africa. Therefore, you should not be accessing healthcare services. So that's the angle where Operation Dudulla was coming from. And now the South Africa Human Rights Commission is responding to that perspective of Operation Dudulla to say, even though that they don't have the documents to be in South Africa, those foreign nationals should not be denied health care because the Constitution says they should access the public health care services. So that's the response from the Human Rights Commission. And ActionSA, I'm seeing online here, they have responded to that statement by the South Africa Human Rights Commission. And they are saying ActionSA is actually resolute that we cannot allow illegal immigrants to overburden our public health care. While in other countries, you can't use their public health care without providing proof of medical insurance. So, ActionSA is saying, you know what? So, ActionSA is saying, we have submitted an amendment to Section 27 of the Constitution so that we can stop the South Africa Human Rights Commission from quoting that code to provide the healthcare services to everyone. So this is what I'm seeing from ActionSA here. And what is actually happening is that despite, the clear articulation of constitutional rights by the South Africa Human Rights Commission, this has evidently sparked significant discontent among lots of people, especially online. This negative reaction, is likely stemming from a complex interplay of factors, including existing pressures on the public healthcare system, high unemployment rates, and widespread discussion surrounding immigration. So many citizens, they perceive the inclusion of non-citizens, particularly undocumented individuals, in the universal right to health care as an additional burden on already stretched resources, leading to sentiments of unfairness or resentment. So this online unhappiness is highlighting critical tensions, between the constitutional imperative of universal human rights and the practical realities and the public perceptions regarding service healthcare, regarding service delivery and resource allocation in South Africa. So the Human Rights Commission stands, it's legally grounded in the Constitution, and it's making no distinction based on immigration status for the right to basic health care. And the public's immediate concerns, it's revolving around the perceived capacity of the system to cater for everyone. So this is the issue. The Human Rights Commission is basing their view based on the Constitution in Section 27 and what it is saying, but the public is coming with the reality on the table and saying the healthcare system, is overburdened, and it's not able to cater for everyone. So such reactions, they are underscoring the ongoing national debate about balancing constitutional obligations with socio-economic challenges and the allocation of limited public funds. So one of the problems that is actually there is that if you deprive, healthcare based on saying you don't have the documents, so we want to ease pressure on the public healthcare system. One of the big challenges is that is the perspective of Operation Dudulla. It is this cascading effect in that it ends up affecting everyone, even those who the South Africans that are accessing the healthcare system in themselves. Because if this illegal immigrant is not being given healthcare, they end up affecting everybody. So to protect everyone, they have to be given the access to healthcare. It kind of makes sense from that perspective. But then obviously the Operation Tutula perspective of overburdening the healthcare system, it becomes, something to also look at. So there definitely needs to, the issue definitely needs to be looked at, definitely from a positioning of understanding from all angles, literally, because the constitution just to be kept as it is, everybody has a right to that. So it's something that needs to be balanced. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.